We stand on the side of the people of Uganda, not on the side of political repression. Power without legitimacy is fragile. Stability with no freedom is fragile too.
Power without legitimacy is fragile, and stability without freedom is fragile too. None more words, and of course, feel is exclusive. It's where we sit and serve you all over the world. I deliver to you the trending and hot news in Uganda and all over the world. It's also again in a different version, and of course, it's becoming somehow usual due to the uploaded different videos and mean several times ago. And now here I am with the trending news about the European Parliamentary meeting. The sitting that took all the time talking about Uganda, a circumstance that were taken to be somehow strategic, as you're going to see the fire that came out of the parliamentary members from the European countries, or the 27 European countries that form up the parliamentary meeting, the European Parliament. As you're going to watch, this fire is all over the world, many complaining and seeing what is going to be or to happen next in Uganda. His Excellency Robert Chagulanyi is in favor of this parliament. Brought it to you, many say that they are standing with him, risking everything to demand for freedom, to demand for His Excellency Robert Chagulanyi's victory. Remember, many have been saying it, that he is the one who won at the 2026 elections, and very many has been saying that he is all about GEN.M7 that won it, and it's all about what Simon Ibakama gave to us as we watched it, saying that he won with 71% to 72, if I'm not mistaken. Now, His Excellency Robert Chagulanyi was still in hiding, has break silence with his Robert Doba style, and his call may be answered. And what I can say here, as you've watched in the beginning, many of the parliamentary members saying that it's all about His Excellency Robert Chagulanyi being the president of Uganda, since he's the one that won the elections, as they say, or as they are saying. Now, feels exclusive is where you see everything here. Like the video, share the video, tell a friend that His Excellency Robert Chagulanyi soon may be in a different position, differently from where he is today, as he is in hiding. And many have been saying all about he should escape and go to live a honorable life in some European countries. And now it's all about the European countries telling the Ugandans to stand. Their voices will not be silenced as you're going to watch this. Many of the opinions have been given to the from the parliamentary members, calling the circumstances that went ahead from the 15th to be strategic in Uganda. His Excellency Robert Chagulanyi is under siege, a failure of meeting the democratic standards in the elections, the past elections of the presidential candidates and some of the honorables, MP, parliamentary members of Uganda, harassment of Bobi Wine and some opposition members, leaders. You can witness this on the presidential deputies of His Excellency Robert Chagulanyi, and now they have come to a conclusive point or statement of reviewing the cooperation with Uganda. I'm talking about the European countries, the 27 European countries that make up a parliamentary meeting. They came to a conclusion or a conclusive point of saying that Uganda should, the cooperation of Uganda and them should be reviewed. Here I am, I'm gonna pass through with you the parliamentary meeting that took place, talking about harassment of the government on those opposition leaders, especially His Excellency Robert Chagulanyi. And if you like the video, we're gonna start with this.
We heard who seek their fight for progress and dignity, but are not allowed to do so through violence and oppression. For decades, this European Union has been engaging with our African partners to try to support free and fair elections. I have myself participated in electoral observations on the continent, and I'm very much aware of the challenges. But we need to do more. We have the means to do more, because today it is Bobi Wine in Uganda. Last year it was Tundu Lissu in Tanzania. And next year it might be Alberto Costa Jr. in Angola. Opposition leaders are being persecuted, elections are being stolen, and we cannot allow, as Europeans, continually to close our eyes, and especially our governments who are making economical dealings with the government of Uganda. Commissioner, the Council has to hear high voice and the opinion of this Parliament about these very tragic circumstances that are happening in Uganda. Thank you very much.
Of course, as you say, that it's all about, at least not about Uganda. They have been seeing and reviewing very many countries in Africa. They have talked about Tanzania, and now it's all about Bobi Wine in Uganda. Uganda are claiming to be the winner, and now they are saying that they are indeed behind him, standing with him, risking everything in Uganda. I mean, talking about the cooperation maybe with them, and then they are saying that they are risking it to stand with His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi, maybe to make him fit in the position he's claiming to have won in the 2026 elections. Now, very many have talked about many things, as I told you or explained at the beginning. At least what all started with somebody, I mean a parliamentary member who came and talked about His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi being under siege, failure to meet of the democratic standards by the government. Remember, it's all about the Electoral Commission preparing and organizing the elections in a country, and the Electoral Commission maybe is under the government, and now they are saying that they failed to meet the democratic standards in their elections. Watch this. You're going to see a fire coming out of these European members saying that it was not democratic, or the elections were not really democratic.
Thank you, Chair. Dear Commissioner, ahead of the elections, Bobi Wine was cheered by tens of thousands of Ugandan voters wherever he appeared in the country. Now, after the elections, he is under siege, and tens of thousands of citizens took the streets, this time in protest. The post-election situation in Uganda shows a systematic assault on fundamental rights. President Museveni's 7th term followed elections that...
That's the point I've been talking about. He is saying that the President's 7th term failed to meet the democratic standards in Uganda. Now we can see, we think many of us know what the democratic standards he may be talking about. As you saw, some of the democratic opposition leaders, from the opposition side, are being harassed and beaten by the military people, or those people who came putting on military clothes. Or you can see that they were the UPDF or the police members as you watch the videos. And I can see, I can remember, we've been giving you this, and now it's the European people, or European Parliament are talking about it and giving different opinions. Remember, in the beginning, the man said that we're giving opinions about the strategic circumstances going on in Uganda. Remember, he has talked about His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi being under siege, and now talked about the harassment of the opposition political leaders, and also failure of meeting the democratic standards of the country, democratic standards in the elections.
Bobi Wine, his family and members of the National Unity Platform is unacceptable. The European Union must act consistently to end immediately all violence, threats and the arbitrary detention of opposition politicians and their supporters. We must review our cooperation with Uganda and firmly support civil society, journalists, human rights and LGBTIQ+ defenders, as well as the democratic opposition.
Reviewing of the Uganda's cooperation with the European countries, the European members are also asking for a review of their cooperation with this Uganda. And they have talked about the strategic circumstance going on. Maybe it would have caused that very many complaints coming out. His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi has been saying it since the start, in the campaigns, and in very many situations he has been calling for national community to see what's going on in Uganda. Very many people were beaten, very many were arrested, and he has been calling them. In short, you can say that His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi's call has been answered by those who are responsible. Remember, in the beginning, he said that turning blind eye is irresponsibility. Maybe right now they think that they are responsible for what's happening or what's going on in Uganda.
Thank you, President, Commissioner, colleagues. What happened on January 15th in Uganda, the so-called elections, were not an election. They were a military operation, and the facts confirm it. Soldiers, acting on direct government orders, raided the home of opposition leader Bobi Wine, assaulted his family and forced the family into exile. Opposition supporters were arrested, disappeared or were killed, including Mesa Kokelo, who was fatally shot while attending a peaceful rally. We are deeply alarmed by reports that the regime has publicly threatened to kill opposition leader Bobi Wine. All these are not isolated incidents. They are acts of terror which are meant to silence an entire opposition. We call for the immediate and unconditional release of all political prisoners, and end to military trial of civilians, full accountability for the crimes committed, and a real electoral reform. Today, we as European Parliament say clearly, we stand with Bobi Wine. Uganda's opposition and civil society, and all those who risk everything to demand freedom.
We risk everything to demand freedom. He has been saying it, His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, and they are fighting for freedom and fighting for those who tend to be freedom fighters. I'm talking about, talking about those who tend to be the military officers at times that tend to be violators of the freedom of Uganda, or Ugandans, as you can see in some of the videos that have been circulating all over the media and all over Ugandans, all over very many campaigns that have been conducted in different constituencies. Now all this about all this, the parliamentary members are talking about it. And as you've heard in the beginning, they are asking the review of the cooperation of their members in Uganda, happening to be really a mess, and very many are wondering how it's going to be conducted. Because the European parliamentary members asking for reviewing their cooperation with a nation that tend to be under dictatorship, as very many say, especially those on opposition side. His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu is in hiding, still melting or smearing a jerry of dictatorship on the prevailing governance in Uganda under GEN.M7. It's all about fire. Recently, we've been hearing or seeing something that has been an online battle with the national, CDF, General host Ken Rugaba, and those that tend to be in the American embassy or the American government. Many of the senators have been coming out comforting him as he accused the country of America being under cooperation with, His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, helping him to hide, and he also accused them of helping him to escape out of the country. Now all this caused something like a tension, as been saying. Plus that, he was sanctioned from engaging or accessing countries like America plus others. Now the European parliamentary meeting is under here, also putting something like a review of cooperation of Uganda plus other countries, European countries. Fire is all over the world, as you've seen. It's all about say so and feel is exclusive where I set and deliver to you as something hot, trending, put a tension in Uganda, all over the world. You're seeing this, watching this, it's all about freedom fighting. It's all about ending the humiliation, intimidation, and the threats coming from the government to those who tend to be on the opposition side. It says so, who tend to bring to you what's trending in the country, the world. Keep watching, we're bringing something really hot and new to you.
Situation which we cannot possibly ignore. We're talking about citizens who suffer from violence, media that are not allowed to do their work, opposition with a very narrow and ever narrowing political area. So the elections have been characterized by imprisonment and also the removal of the internet, and Bobi Wine, who's had to go into hiding. This is a violation of basic principles. We in the Union want to have partnerships based on human dignity, on freedom, and on the rule of law. Our message, therefore, is absolutely indispensable. We stand on the side of the people of Uganda, not on the side of political repression. Power without legitimacy is fragile. Stability with no freedom is fragile too. So we need to make sure that we protect human rights. Thank you.
Welcome to Xavier High School, located in Chiboga Town Council near Lufula Zone. At Xavier High School, we build brains together with character to enable the future competence of our students. We've been leading in academics performances since 2015 to date within Chiboga and neighboring districts. We provide a balanced and high-quality education that matches with today's dynamic world. We offer both O and A-level studies in sciences and arts, and a UNEB Center number with our state-of-art facilities, which include a well-stocked library, a fully equipped computer lab, and a cutting-edge science laboratory to enable them be competent in today's science and digital era. Good and health feeding, a guaranteed 24/7 security team to ensure safety of every student. We as well offer DIT vocational courses like shoemaking, hairdressing, domestic electricity, media and journalism, and many others. We are your child's #1 academic destination. information. For more, contact us +256 788 964 777 or 0752 305 331, or visit our website at www.saviourhighschool.com. Xavier High School. God, our shield to conquer.
Please allow me to read a social media post, to quote it.
22 NUP terrorists since last week. NUP steht für National Unity.
NUP is the National Unity Platform. That's the opposition party. I continue to quote.
The 23rd is Kabobi. Kabobi steht für Bobby Wine.
Kabobi is Bobby Wine, the leader of the opposition and the candidate for the presidency. That quote is from the son of the president. He's also head of the Ugandan army. The post has now been removed, apparently because they fear an international reaction. I'm in favour of offering money to strengthen democracy. I'm in favour of protecting human rights through our cooperation, but this is completely unfair, what is happening, and I'm waiting for action from the Commission and the Council. The European Parliament is not going to let this go.